Good evening, folks. This is your host, the host of the BBC show.
Good evening, folks.
Ira H. Webster
This is
here.
your host,
I
the
just
host
wanted
of
to
the
bring on a
BBC
slideshow
show.
of
Ira H. Webster here.
one of my favorite
I
white
just
girls.
wanted to
good
bring
white
on a
girls ever.
slideshow.
Florence Henderson.
One of my
She was
favorite
great. I
white
loved
girls,
her.
good white girls
She was
ever.
the quintessential
Florence Henderson.
good white girl.
She was great.
Always.
I loved her.
You never
She
had
was
an
the
issue
quintessential
when she
good white
came on.
girl.
Now,
Always.
the show that
You
I
never had
noticed
an
her
issue
on,
when
of course, was
she came
the
on. Now,
the
the
Brady
show
Bunch.
that I noticed her on, of course, was the Brady Bunch. Good evening, folks. This is your host, the host of the BBC show, Ira H. Webster here. I just wanted to bring on a slideshow of one of my favorite white girls, good white girls ever, Florence Henderson. She was great. I loved her. She was the quintessential good white girl, always. You never had an issue when she came on. Now, the show that I noticed her on, of course, was the Brady Bunch. Hi, folks. This is Ira H. Webster coming to you live from the BBC show. We were just going through some documents and data when we came across a program that talked about the low enrollment of black males in traditional HBCUs. Now, for those who don't know, excuse me, HBCU stands for Historically Black Colleges or Universities. Now, at a time when blacks couldn't attend white schools, black schools were the road sort of towards the middle class lifestyle. And what we're finding here in recent years is as the black community has become more and more of a matriarchy, the young black males are falling further and further behind in terms of their education. I think somewhere along the way in this report, if it shows that in 1978, almost 50 years ago, the number of black males in HBCUs was right at 38%. Not crazy high, but higher than what it is today, which they say is closer to about 26%. In fact, the white gentleman right there, says that today there are more non-black students enrolled in HBCUs than black males. So the problem becomes one that, well, gosh, if we can't get educated in our own schools that were meant specifically for us, yet others are being educated there more than we are, we're upside down. We've got a real problem here. One of the things I've been talking about for black people is the fact that we have the matriarchy. And the matriarchy is destroying the black community, along with integration. Integration and the matriarchy are two of the primary factors destroying black people. And this is sort of a symptom of that. When you have a society, like for example the black society, where black females are the beginning, middle, and ending of everything, it's going to be very hard for a young man to rise and move on to get his college education. I mean, most of the young men are going to be wanting to get the hell out of that house. So, as more and more black males fall further and further behind, we as a community fall further behind. Remember, I've told folks, segregation was the best of times for black people. Things were never better for us than they were during segregation. Why? Because we stood on the basic principles. It was about family. The first thing you did was you put God first. And in putting God first, the family came second, with the father at the head. And lastly came work, a lot of hard work. And play and all that other nonsense came later, if at all. But we're losing that. And this report demonstrates that. This has been Ira H. Webster, host of the BBC show. Folks, please like, subscribe, and comment on our videos, and we will work hard to continue to bring you more. Thank you, and as always, the truth and nothing but.